All right. All aboard, and welcome to the Fox Valley Short Line Railroad, a standard career playthrough of Derail Valley Simulator. My name is Swift Fox, and I'll be your conductor and engineer for this evening's 1 hour journey on the rails. Please have a seat, get comfortable, and have your tickets ready. This train is now departing. Hey, Wild! Hello there, Commander Kitsune. Thank you for joining me tonight. Hey, I just want to let everybody know I had to shorten tonight's stream because I'm dropping my car off tonight at the dealership to get it inspected, and Syl is picking me up on her way home from uh, dog agility class. So that is the reason for the shortened uh, game today. So let's get right to it. All right, so here we are. We're still at Sawmill. I dropped the timeline back to before we left so we can leave again, hopefully without interruption. So let's just double check our maps, make sure our switches are correct. We're here at Sawmill. We need to do our first drop at City West. So we go left and then into City West. I go right, and then up into here. And then we're going to stay right and right. And we're dropping it into C4S. So let's just check that out. C4S is right there. So we go left, right, and then left. And that'll put us right into C4S. We can back into there. Then we'll take a moment. We're going to check for any of the derelict demonstrator locomotives. And then make our way to goods factory. All right, so we did put our locomotive together, and we're way down here. So the 4 on the front are going to goods factory, and these 3 on the back here, these gondolas, we're going to drop off at City West. So that's on. That's on. Are we on here? Let's see. No, we are not. Okay. So we're going to control from the front. So let's pop that on. Turn that off. Make sure we don't have a brake on. Like it. Any blinky lights? No. Okay. So let's take it. Let's go. That's off. All right. So how's everybody's day been? Alright, so we're just going to coast down the hill. We're going to go too fast. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Alright, hold on. I forgot to activate the jobs. Let's try this again. Yep, we were about to take off, and here I am in a hurry. Make silly mistakes. All right, we're gonna try this again. So, left, good, 4, right, 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 C, left, right, right, left. All right, so that's good. All right, so let's actually accept these jobs so we can do them. And not drive off and not do that, because that would be bad. Done that in one of my playthroughs. And you get to the site and you're like, oh, just turn this in. And it's like, you didn't actually take it. You just stole the train. So, all right, back to where we were. Blinky lights. All right, we're gonna do this again. See, that didn't take too long. Well, a lot of neat things happen when you just leave with a train and you don't actually check it in, and you get to places at the other end and you're like, why isn't this track clear? And you realize, oh, well, because they weren't actually expecting it. Yeah. I'm in hot pursuit. I am Sheriff Buford T. Justice. And he says a lot of bad words, which are pretty tame by today's standards. So I use a little engine brake here. Try and control the descent. I know I've got at least a 40-kilometer limit. Yep, right here. And I think down at the bottom I have a 30. So we want to... Hey, live! How are you? One could say I've already made my crash the trains videos, so I don't want to do any more of that right now. Busy is good, though it does make the day go fast. I'm doing well. You haven't missed much. I had to restart the game. Okay, why is nothing? Oh. Because I can't throttle up while the engine brake is on. Well, I can, but it breaks the train. This DM3 is a real beast. I'm glad that I took the time to learn to. Oh, here we are. See, there's a 30. To learn to operate it. There we go. A little outside view. F4 brings that little screen up. You can actually drive the train from there if you wanted to. Take a couple pictures while we're out here. How are we doing speed-wise? 33, not bad. All right, there's City West over there. Come around the bend. back in. As I said, I'm not sure. I think it's a 30-kilometer speed limit at this Y, bending around to the left. So I want to be prepared. Yeah, if I look at the cheater map, I could probably tell you. We know the switch is right, so that's good. No, the switch is left. That's right. No, it's left. I only do that on days that don't end in Y. Oh, it's 20. Whew. Glad we're slowing down. Throttle here. Good, good. That switch is set right. So we're going to go through, we're going to make the right here, and go through the next switch and then back in. We've got all the switches right, just need to manually set. So this switch is right. Oh no, that switch is, that's the switch I need to, well, slow it down too fast. And of course they put a tree in the way. Kind of see it. A little bit further. Yeah. What are we doing? No, we're not doing anything. We're not moving. Go a little bit further. All right, let's go check that. Yay. Okay. All right, so that'll set us down this, the right-hand spur. And then this is set right. Might as well just run along here and check. And that is set right. And that's right. And that's good. And this is good. And it wants us to back into this track here, which has got stuff on it. All right. No biggie. Alright, so we're going to use the DE2, as we can control that with our remote control. And we're going to try not to get run over. All these things, little devices, make things easy to operate. Also looking for demonstrator locomotives. While we're here. And we'll turn in this job while we're in City West. So normally there is one over the other side of that wall, I think. I've seen it over there in other playthroughs. Sometimes there's one here on the other side of this wall. Doesn't look like there's one here either. Oh, yeah, right there where that boat is. That's where it would be. Let's yeah. Yes, it is. So that track all the way to the right, that's a loading track. So if you're doing shunting here in City West, most of the shunting jobs involve going over to there. Okay, how far back do we need to go? Where's the sign? sign, where is this the sign? Okay, so I need to just go 1 car length back. Oh, this looks like somebody new. Hello, the lone fox. Hold on a sec. Okay, that was my better half. All right, good. So we're here. Put this away. Set the brake. All right. What is going on? All right, so looking at the map, yeah, it's where I thought it was. I thought there were 3 here. 3 opera. No. Yes, there is. Okay. All right, so the other ones are over by the office. So let me run over there. All right, so one is usually here, where that is. So there isn't one. And the other one is on the same side, but a little further down. And I don't see it. Passenger platforms are fun. I can't wait till they add that to the game. All right, so I'm going to say that we can check City West off for having any locomotives here. All right, that's this one. Very good. We made ourselves $5,400. Alrighty. All right, so City West. All right, so from here, we're gonna go straight out, but we're gonna make this turn to the right. That'll send us back down the track. And then when we come out, we want to stay left and left and right and right and left. All right, so Oil Well Central. make sure that we're good going into there. We're going to go down the middle track. So we're going to stay right, go through B, stay right, stay left, go straight on through. Then we go to farm. Farm, we're coming in from here. We're going to go right and left, straight through the loading track and out. We're going to go through steel mill. We're going to come through the B yard. So we want to hit this, go right and left. That'll put us straight through that yard. And then we need to go to D5I at Goods Factory. So Goods Factory, we're going to come in. Let's just double check the B yard. Right and right, straight through there. Go right, take this track down and then back in. So we want to make sure that this is left. And I'm sorry again, D5I, which is there. So we'll go right, right, and left. Oops, perfect. So everything should be right. Go. Oh. We take the brake off. Our turn. I notice our switch detector did not go off. That was weird. Say sometimes you can find them down there in that puddle area, that lake. Okay, switch is good. Oh, are you? Okay. Well, welcome, Lone Fox. I haven't been seen since first night. Okay, there's a chance that there's a locomotive down here, so we'll kind of keep a eye peeled. Go through kind of slow. See if we see anything down there. Doesn't look like it. It should be like right there. Okay. Doing time-wise, pretty good. Pretty good. Next switch to the left, that is correct. And we're going to stop here and just check for demonstrator locomotives while we're passing through. Good. There's nothing on the track that we're about to drive down. That's good, because this is Splodeyville. All right, and the derelict demonstrator locomotive is usually just the other side of these tank cars. Too far off the track here, though. We'll run down here just in case. Okay. brief stop. All right, now we're approaching farm. There's one location that might have a demonstrator locomotive hiding, and we'll check that out real quick. It's the A yard. Yes. Alright, we'll be right. In there. Yeah, be right there by that VW. Noisy train. Alright, non-stop now from here to goods factory because we've already checked steel mill. grade here. Very well, okay, more than slight. Sun is setting here over Derail Valley. Model railroad mode. Whee! Oh, yeah, that's... Somebody left me a message on my phone. A little bit of a grade here, trying to slow you down going into steel mill, which is fine. Welcome to steel mill. I think I have to get back here to find another job to take me to machine factory, which is where I really would like to get to. Rocketing along. We get some speed. There's a downgrade or a decline in the tracks. Get around the corner here. Off some speed here. So, just driving along. Anybody have any questions? I've got about 9 minutes left in the stream. Maybe a little less. I don't know. We'll see where we go. Yeah, we're doing pretty good. Cross the river again, and then our turn will be shortly thereafter. But yeah, this section between Steel Mill and here is kind of a nice speed section, kind of open her up. Zooming in is the right mouse button in the game. There's our Y indicator. So we're going to slow down a little bit because I think the turn off is either 50 or 60, and we don't want to take a chance. Let's see. Let's say 50. And we want to keep up the speed because it's a climb up in the goods factory. Luckily, we don't have a lot of weight back there, so the DM3 is doing pretty well. I mean, you can see we are losing some speed here. I think we'll be all right, though. RPMs aren't low enough yet to downshift. Getting there though. Get the D2 to give us a little help. That's what she's back there for. We just got to get through the tunnel here. All right. Let me bring her to a stop here. And I'm going to have to finish up the stream. All right, everybody. Welcome to Goods Factory. So just put the brake on. Welcome to Goods Factory. It is dark. It is night. So I want to thank everybody for joining me tonight. Sorry, again, I have to shorten this stream tonight. Oop, wait. Cancel. Load and save. New save. Okay. So I had to shorten tonight's stream. I need to take my car over and get it inspected. So my wife is going to meet me over there, and I need to leave shortly here. So I want to thank everybody for stopping in. Commander Kitsune, live, wild, and welcome again, the Lone Fox. Thanks for making some time and joining me in the stream tonight. So I'll say hello to Sil. Yes, I will. So I want to thank everybody. Stay safe, stay healthy, and look out for each other. This is Swift Fox. I'll be signing off. Have a good night.